Welcome to episode 309. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I was waiting for it to finish scrolling before
There we go.
Finally figured out I could just wait for her to read it. Yeah. What's up, boys?
309.
Not much. It was a very meh first weekend of super wild card weekend, but I had fun watching every minute of every game. So, how's it
I
going?
like to tell Ben Roethlisberger he owes me money for not throwing one more pass to Devontae Johnson, who led the game in receptions for the Steelers, by the way.
What about me being a big pussy for not
Well.
doing the Pat McAfee bet? I cut half of that bet out, even though I still hit. I was happy about that, but I was a pussy about it, and I was like, I don't feel like having four legs, and I didn't feel like relying on Scotty Miller getting 9 yards. So I said, screw it. I'm just gonna do the Gronk touchdown and the alternative -2.5. So yeah, good
Did
fun
Scotty
weekend.
Miller get 9 yards?
But
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
did.
get
Literally, in garbage time, he had
I
like
was
a
because I was
15-yard
looking
play.
at that too, at like just things. And I was
But
like,
he
do I
missed
wanna bet
something
Scotty
else.
Miller?
There was something else that was missed on Sunday that ruined the whole thing.
I'm pretty sure though that bet hit though, because I was going to do it and I crossed out Evans and Scotty Miller's legs of it, unless
No,
there was another thing.
there was something on there. There was something on the leg. He had one of his rants. Standing there rants all pissed off at something that he missed out on. That they missed the leg by one thing.
No, I missed that.
All right.
I did.
could have.
My Monday night leg, on the other hand, was my Monday night parlay was there was a single bet parlay. I put $10 to win 95, and nothing hit on that. I think one thing hit.
Did you like my? Did you like my once a giant, always a giant parlay of the night on on Monday night? Still love you, Odell.
Steven and I had the pleasure of watching the Saturday games on
that was fun.
Small TVs at Madison Square Garden with a bunch of people around us also betting on the games.
Fun fact, Danny, when you're at the Garden, though, according to FanDuel, you're not in verification location.
It does that sometimes when you're in Midtown.
That might be a Caesar thing. That might be a Caesar thing.
Oh, I should have asked the guy in front of us if he had access, because he was doing Caesar.
It worked for me, but it was, and then so we were obviously Steve and I were at a concert, and then obviously the TV screens cut out when acts
when acts were going on. Yes,
so but then the opening acts came on, and it would literally, one of the opening acts came on the fourth down play of the Bengals Raider game.
That's funny.
Little hello from Donnie, by the way, Vincent.
Congratulations, Donnie.
Donnie's laughing at you right now. I'm waiting. I did ask permission to bring up. He does have a great video from his wife of his reaction to the fourth down play.
As he should.
Yeah. Didn't he post it?
He shared it. He definitely. I don't know if I shared it, but I know he shared it.
I know because I thought I saw it.
Yeah, I went 3-2 in my picks for the playoff, the first round of the playoffs.
Danny and I on the ESPN thing. Danny and I both ended with 80 points, but you couldn't look how you were able to look at group picks
right
during the season. For this one, you couldn't.
I think I had 70, so I was.
Yeah, you're one off. Me and Steve.
Yeah, you were 70. Okay,
probably
before we go fully into football, Danny, we have the most important question of all time, podcast history.
Is this the picture?
Yeah, it's the picture. Okay, we want you to name everybody in this picture, Danny.
Which sport? So my mind, it's very blurry. Oh, I saw this already. Actually, I actually saw this. So I'm cheating, unfortunately. All right, obviously Bobby V.
Okay.
Right.
John Olerud, still arguably the greatest Mets free agent acquisition ever, other than Beltran. See, this is where I saw on Twitter. I'm sorry, unfortunately, I'm ruining the bit. But when I saw the name, I go, holy shit, he's been through a rough 20 years.
What happened to Matt? I sent this picture.
Matt Franco, the utility man, who's known for getting a walk-off hit against Mariano at Shea. So
the day of my dad's 40th surprise birthday party, by the way, shout out to Mark Valente for breaking his foot when he got the hit, and then me almost ruining the surprise because my mom goes, Mark Valente broke his foot, and then I go, oh, does that mean he can't cut? And my mom like put her hand over my mouth.
That's there. Got it.
I texted Steven this picture Sunday morning because John is wearing a Mercury Mets shirt or jersey. I was like, where did this thing come from? And then obviously you get what happened to Matt Franco.
Yeah,
right,
Matt
you
Franco.
say you go, what happened to Matt Franco? But then,
John Oliver looks fantastic.
They're at a memorial, Danny.
Really?
Like somebody died, and this is a memorial.
Like the hitting coach or somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a guest.
Okay. A guest already?
We have a guest.
All right, cool.
Special for Vincent.
Oh.
Who
I mean, it's not. It wasn't.
It was your lock. He had to come on.
It wasn't a personal anti-Bengals. I love Joe Burrow, but Derek Carr has been my guy.
Vinny.
Hello, Donnie.
Hey, Donnie. What's up?
What? I heard somebody said the Raiders was a lock. What? I'm so confused.
This goes back to being.
He was high on Versace, and he's been a Derek Carr guy.
I've been a Derek Carr guy since day one. No, I mean Burrow is great, and I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
Steven, show them the video if they can see it. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. I gotta open it.
I do call shenanigans on that stupid blown whistle, but
I mean,
otherwise, great game.
Only thing I can think of is the ref was trying to do something and accidentally blew the whistle. Like I don't understand, how you blow the whistle there.
Yeah.
So we are going to share a video taken by Melissa Boyer, Donnie's wife, wonderful wife.
This is me in the last play of the game.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
Come on!
Look at him scaring his children.
Oh, I love it so much.
I'm not sure why the sound's not working.
Stop it! I can hear it.
There we go.
I hear it. By the way, we do not own the NFL play. And he's scaring his children.
I'm just going to put on record. I'm going to put it on record. I'm putting on record. Parker's reaction is probably the greatest.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I ran outside and I yelled, "Who dey?"
I'm like 5 years away from this.
Well, we need to go. We need a Joe Burrow before you're away from this.
Damn. My son.
Oh no, so I meant generalization of sports. Obviously not the Giants.
I started crying right there.
How old? No offense. How old were you when the Bengals won their last playoff?
Well, I'm 37, so I was 6 years old. But
okay,
I didn't watch football when I was 6.
Say who they?
Right. So you technically never saw them win a playoff game.
No, I've never seen them win a play. That's the first time I've ever witnessed them
cool.
in a playoff game.
Cool.
I mean, sorry, I'm so blacked out, but I'm it's shirtless in my whatever. But yeah, so
it's fine.
You can imagine I literally cried, and I mean,
yeah, I believe it.
I didn't care about anything, and my neighbor the next day was like, "What happened last night?" Like she's like some old woman. And she's like, I heard you guys yelling out your door. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. The Bengals won, a playoff game for the first time in 31 years. Did you guys did you watch the interview with Joe Burrow after the game?
With his glasses?
With his glasses, yeah.
No, that was cool.
I didn't hear
that
the
was
sound.
Cool. So after
the actual game one?
Yeah, where he's so calm, cool, collected, and he's like, yeah, I mean, we're not going to celebrate like we did after the AFC Championship game, or we won that. And he's like, we're on to the next game. And I'm like, the interesting part is that you got to remember, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, just a couple years ago, they won the, championship at LSU. It's so as the fans are blown away and so whatever, they're like, we're supposed to be here. This is what we do. And they have this swagger about them that is completely different than I've ever seen, and I'm just happy that this is. I'm not concerned next year now. Like, we may lose the Titans. Like, our D-line is rocked, whatever. But I don't know. Well, I'm assuming we'll be back next year, you know?
Well, with that division, you never know. But you are going in the right direction to be perennial playoff team, especially with Burrow.
You have the pieces in place to keep this going for a couple of years.
Right. Especially, who knows what happens in Cleveland, and then obviously,
I
Pittsburgh
think Cleveland
is going to be in hell for the next couple of years.
Take a bit of a step down. The Ravens will.
Cleveland beat us twice this year.
Right.
So weird.
That's the crazy thing about it. They smoked you one of the games, right? If I remember,
like 41 to like 18 or something.
I remember watching that on Red Zone.
Yeah, I don't.
It was wild. Nick Chubb ran all over us.
Right. That's the only way that Cleveland would win. So
doesn't bode well for this week, I guess, if Derrick Henry's playing. But
Derrick Henry took contact today, so
yeah, he's playing.
All right, well that doesn't bode well. But
the thing is with him, he has.
I'm going to pick them this week. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, the Titans, you mean?
Team.
No, I said I would.
For the love of God,
that means a lot. That means a lot.
Maybe I'll take the Titans. Just.
I mean, I would take the Titans. Listen, if I was not a Bengals fan, I would take the Titans. Mainly because we only have 2 interior defensive linemen for this game against Derrick Henry. Like, what?
Can you please make sure you take care of BJ Hill for us, please?
That
was a great trade.
All right.
Listen, if we didn't make that trade, we would have ran out of offensive linemen in week 2.
Yep, that's true. I think we would have been better off just having the referee hiking it to us like they're supposed to.
7-on-7. Just have him toss it to us.
Oh, God.
7-on-7 and 10 Mississippi before you can rush the quarterback.
Daniel Jones will still fumble.
We'll still be waiting for Galladay to catch the ball.
You know, the one thing that does give me a little hope is Trey Hendrickson is back. Like, he got a concussion first play of the second half, I think. And he's like he broke the record this year for sacks. So we thought he was going to be out. I think he's going to play. So, I mean, there's hope. Obviously, anything can happen. But with Derrick Henry and us having 2 interior defensive linemen, you know, I'm not too I'm okay. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm okay regardless.
Donnie, has Steve ever told you our Eli Apple joke?
Then you know what's funny about that is
we helped develop him.
But before the game, I said he's the only bum in our secondary. Like, I literally told my wife,
really?
I'm like, listen, if Eli Apple doesn't get roasted 5 times, this game will win. But that's like a big if.
We drafted him in the top 10. That's awesome.
Good job.
I mean, he's a Buckeye, so I love that.
Oh yeah.
Reason why I hated the draft pick from the beginning.
You guys,
I forgot about that aspect of it for you, Donnie.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean,
is Ohio State bouncing back after next year? After this year's awfulness against Michigan?
You know, if other Ohio State fans hear this, because you know, Steven, I'm pretty diehard Ohio State fan. To me, like, I haven't even thought about the game for so many years that now I can think about it again, and it literally brought back.
That was good. That was good.
It's gonna.
Listen, I got 10 years till I got to win another one. Okay, leave me alone.
Especially when Harbaugh bails and goes to coach the Raiders.
Listen, when Harbaugh becomes the Giant head coach next year, I'm gonna be just as confused as everybody. I won't even know what to do. But I will say this. I will say this about Ohio State. Watching the game this year, they're young in Ohio State. The quarterback was, I believe, a sophomore or a freshman. They have that receiver that's in the class with him. They're super young at Ohio State. Oh, Donnie bailed.
We lost Donnie.
Lost Donnie. But Ohio State's super young, and there's
Donnie.
a lot of development coming from them.
Right.
And, you know.
They're a factory, so it's bound to happen. They had one off year, and it wasn't really an off year. I guess for their standards, yeah, but for everybody else, other than like 2 other teams, it was like, all right.
He got a phone call.
Figured that.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks, Donnie, for hopping on.
I texted it. I sent him the link, and I was like, "You're more than welcome to come and rip on."
Hey, man, your first playoff. I remember when the Islanders made it to the playoffs against the Maple Leafs.
Capitals. They beat the Capitals in the game to get there.
Yeah, we were there. Oh well, yeah, we weren't together, but we were there together, without being together.
2.
Yeah, fun stuff. Me and my dad my dad, obviously, I was in 9th grade. My dad got a ticket plan and didn't save up money for the playoffs. So we did not go to the playoffs that round. I was pretty pissed.
That's tough.
Was that the year they did the free? No, the following year.
No, that was the year that they knew they were going in the lockout, and they still did it, and then they honored it the following year. No,
Wait,
I don't
what?
want to restart.
So the year before the full year lockout.
So 2003.
Yeah, the 2003 season, the team
2003,
decided
2004.
they sent out he sent out a thing, and it was pay in full for a full season the following year, and you get the first 2 rounds of the playoffs free.
Right.
So
basically they knew the CBA
game
was going to be out.
Yeah.
They knew the CBA was going to be out, so they collected your money pre-CBA, so you can have free playoff tickets.
So
yeah,
not the Lightning, but not the season of the tickets that you bought, because they made the playoffs that year.
Yeah,
that following year you had to
they got
make
killed by Tampa, but they made the playoffs.
Well, no, that was the year before
that
the lockout.
The year you got the
Tampa, that was the lockout year. Tampa won the cup, and that was the lockout.
So
the lockout how?
The buying the tickets was for the
year after that was actually locked out.
When they lost to Toronto.
It would be
no, they lost to Buffalo. Right?
No, the Islanders lost to Tampa.
Islanders.
Before the lockout.
No, but I'm saying, so you had to buy the tickets before the year before in 2003?
2003, 2004 season, right? That was the year they played Tampa in the first round. They were the 8th seed. They got blown out.
Correct.
You had to buy for the 2004, 2005 season, which was the lockout year.
And you got those 2 rounds.
And you got the 2004 playoff first 2 rounds.
Right. So theoretically, you got 2 games out.
You got the Tampa series free, technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the first year out of the lockout, they didn't even make the playoffs. That was the 2000.
No, that was 05.
Yeah, that was my senior year of high school. Danny was in school, and he would just every weekend drive the 40 minutes home to come to the game.
Right.
Was it 05?
So it was the 05,
06,
yeah. It was 05,
06.
06.
No, 05, 06, they made the playoffs.
No, they didn't. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right here. I will show you. I have screen sharing proof, Vincent.
No, you're right. It was 06, 07 they made the playoffs, and they lost it to Buffalo.
Yeah, and that was when...
right, 06, 07. That was that crazy week.
Right, that was Wade Dublowitz.
That was the Wade Dublowitz week.
Christmas. I mean, Easter. Sorry.
Easter, yeah. But 05, 06, that was... Right. 05, 06,
Easter was like late that year or something weird.
Yeah, the Mets played
No, Easter was super... It was like the first weekend
Or was it the other way around? All right, yeah.
Easter was the first weekend in April, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then it sounds about right then.
Yep.
Following year was the Ted Nolan
game. The what?
Ted Nolan year.
Ted Nolan game. Ted Nolan was coaching, and Al Arbor coached the one.
Yeah, Al Arbor was the next year. Yeah.
I remember going to that.
Yeah, I still have that banner somewhere. I don't know where it is.
I still have the picture. Remember the Islanders used to give out that newspaper thing?
Right.
I actually have the picture still on my wall of like the team photo after the game.
Right,
I remember Steve Webb came on the ice, and Danny was so excited because he wore his Steve Webb shirt.
Your memory's better than mine. I don't remember, other than not turning off my car light and then having to get jumped.
I've been there.
Was that night?
Well,
that was
been
that
there.
night.
Yeah, actually, my cousin drove his car. He didn't shut the light off. It wasn't my car.
It's never your fault, Andy. It's okay.
Oh, well, the funniest was, when was it, Steve, that you magically ran over a curb at the Nassau Coliseum?
It was a draft party.
One bit.
It was a draft party.
And it was
we went to go drive through a puddle.
Yeah.
And there was a curb in the puddle.
Yeah. I go.
That's the most.
I don't know what you were talking about, Danny. It was a hit and run
in my life.
It was clearly a hit and run.
I think limitations is good now.
I think Steve having a car.
Now I don't go through the puddle. I just go right to the curb.
Right, exactly.
Come right.
Having a high car is good for you. Now.
Well, I was driving my mom's car that day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was that a truck?
Yeah.
Okay. At least.
It was like a Trailblazer or whatever the GMC.
Everybody had a Trailblazer in 2006. It's the whole fucking world had one.
Whatever the equivalent of that was.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Arcadia yet. The Arcadia
No, it probably was a trail. Like I think my family had a Trailblazer in 2006. Everybody, it was like
that was the Jeep before the Jeep.
I don't know what it was. Maybe like there was a sale on them or something from Chevy, but
it's like us with Equinoxes now.
Right.
Yeah.
In fairness to Vin, his car is basically the Nissan version of the Equinox.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
it's a little. I think my car's a little smaller than yours. But pretty much it's the same thing.
Right.
I have a Rogue, Danny. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
I haven't seen you with my car.
No, I haven't seen you with.
No, I usually am with Stevens.
Yeah,
we'll just have to all meet in a parking lot and say hi to each other and drive away.
With the car, yeah.
With the cars.
So our cars can say hi to each other.
Hello,
we don't have to get out.
You remember that time we went to the diner, Vin? And you, me, and Devin just happened to park every spot like two times. We all showed up at different times and we had no idea until we left. And I was like, oh.
So this is better than Nick talk, and then Islanders are actually.
Excuse me, the Knicks are going to win us all $90. So you take that back, sir, because it's plus 106.
Man, Tuesday night's game was just a fucking.
Why did I start regretting not making that bet when you texted me? Because I was watching the hockey game, so I wasn't even paying attention.
What was it? 2.5? He literally got it in 5 minutes in the third quarter.
He had to have 2, and somebody had to have 20 plus points on the T-Wolves. I think it wasn't Towns.
Oh, I thought
it was the other one. Who's the other star on them now?
Edwards?
Yeah, I think it was either Edwards or Towns had to have 20 points.
And Fournier was like 2.
And I know Fournier's on the fence of playing a lot of his games, so that's what kept me on the fence on the bet.
Yeah. So Fournier, yeah, he had like one streak in the third quarter, just had like 3. So I'm like, oh, there you go. He had it anyway. So that was just a typical, for whatever reason, Randall isn't the same Randall from last year for whatever reason, and
thanks.
Carden and Robert actually said it the best.
The free throw shooting, the clutch free throw shooting for the whole team is completely disgusting. Me and Snacks must have said we should have won by over 9 points with the foul shots, 5 to 9 points with the foul shooting.
So what is the bet at right now for Thursday?
It was plus 100.
It was before the show. Me and Vince said it was plus 170 something.
173.5 right now.
Okay, it was 172.5.
So when they lose by 180.
Yeah, it's 173.5.
When they lose by 180 and none of us win.
For those that don't know, FanDuel is doing the please gamble with us and just give you all the money in the world so you can blow it and have a gambling addiction.
They literally are like, here.
They're wrapping it in some cause. I don't know what it was.
The cause that they want more money. Did you see, who was it? Somebody tweeted out. I forgot who it was. Who's the Riptide announcer guy?
The Riptide?
Who works for WFAN? Paul Schwartz, is that his name?
Okay.
Peter?
Sounds about right. Peter Schwartz. Post from the Giants.
Yeah, Peter Schwartz. So he retweeted this. WCBS announced New Yorkers wagered $150 million on first weekend of legalized sports.
I'm not surprised.
Makes sense.
Because can you imagine how much food these people can have? All these people are probably complaining about not eating, and they just spent $150 million.
We're degenerates.
But yeah, if you don't know,
they gave us money. It's not.
You've given us money, yeah.
That's true.
They literally were like, "Hey, if the team kicks a field goal, you win $50."
I think I spent either $30 or $40 the first day.
Well, I did the 50 because of the
but I had 10, so I put in 40. They gave me $100 to the first day for putting money in, and then I won those 3-point bets.
Right,
and that's all the money I have in the account.
Thank God we left early for that Giant game, Steve. We
to get the Jet one, right?
Screwed. Yeah, but yeah, so they're doing a crazy Nick one at each point.
Everybody who puts a bet in on it, the point.
Every 500 bets.
It's for every 500 bets it goes up a point.
So Sven got it at 10.
I had it at 9.5. My friend Scott sent it to me at 9.5, and he said, Game's on Thursday.
I didn't know it was on Thursday. That was the funniest thing.
Yeah,
so
I
like,
didn't either.
I just said, all right, Steve sent it. I did it. I when I got out on the train, I did it. I sent it to my cousin James and whoever else thought it would be good. And I had
I sent it to
60.
you guys. I sent it to Rosen.
I sent it to Tommy and James.
Like, how do you not do it? It's like, hey, here's $50. Thank you for my $40 back.
At this point, yeah.
You might as well just send the $40.
Well, that was the thing. When you sent it to me, it was probably like 3:00 in the afternoon, and it was at 11:30. And I was like, if it gets to like 20, I'll be happy because I thought the game was that night. I was like, they could cover 20 against the Pelicans. I'm not worried about that.
Can they?
Yeah. Well, now it's at 172. So now
are you still sweating a little bit?
It was at 63 when I placed it, and then I sent it, and I just wrote, "Oh, LOL." And Vin goes, "Oh, it's not tonight's game; it's Thursday's." I was like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah, we all thought it was. Like Danny and I both thought it was tonight's, but whatever.
Well, as Tuesday nights, but yeah. So yeah, so right now it's at 173.5. I think we're safe because the biggest blowout in NBA history I sent Tommy was in the 70s.
Okay,
so we are safe.
The Knicks do some crazy things, but we should be fine.
Oh man, that's wild. So yeah. So what else is going on? You want guys talk?
Okay, so I'm gonna ask the big question right now, Danny, for you. The news today was very intriguing. Luckily, came out like a couple hours ago, so it kind of helped with this getting ready for the show. Dan Quinn, what like?
Yeah,
Cowboys defensive coordinator.
The Giants requested permission to interview him.
Yeah. So that was
interesting.
After. Yeah, that was interesting, and that was after the fact.
Everybody that were on second rounds with all the other guys.
Right. They finished the second round with the three guys that everybody seems to want. And
who are the three guys?
Joe Shane from Buffalo, Pohl from Kansas City, and Peters from San Francisco. So apparently, I forgot. I'm not giving the person their due. It was Jordan. I saw it through Ronan. So apparently, the Giants, whoever they give the hire to, is going to have carte blanche over the organization, which is good. Hopefully, they stay their word. Then a couple hours later, they're requesting an interview with Dan Quinn. So hopefully, we find something out in the next couple of days on who the GM is. And Dan Quinn seems like okay. No one wants him, obviously, but he seems. I didn't know he's a local
guy. You know what's interesting? A couple of weeks ago, it came out that he's the front runner for Denver.
Okay,
but then he also said he didn't want a job, or he was fine where he was, right? Because that was when Jacksonville was trying to interview him.
Well, I don't want that.
He didn't want to go to Jacksonville. I get it, whatever. But he said he was happy where it was. I guess
he's a local guy from Jersey. I didn't know that, and I think he went to BC. Or I'm getting my BC alliances mixed up. Whichever. The school is not a football school, obviously, other than Coughlin and Snee, and Doug Flutie.
Ryan.
Matty Ice. How can I disrespect the great Matty Ice?
So Dan Quinn is from Morristown, New Jersey.
Okay, so 15, 20 minutes away from the stadium.
And
I mean, hopefully he's one of the guys that one of the top 3 GM candidates were interested in interviewing, and that could be a start of something. Maybe he was obviously on a list before. He's obviously on a list before the hired GM can get in here and say, "No, I don't want this guy," kind of thing. And don't the Cowboys have to approve it or not? And Steve went away for a second.
Steve's having some technical issues. We can Snacks. We can have that for now. I don't think they have to approve it because it's a promotion. If it's not a promotion, you have to approve it. When it's getting promoted, they just let him go.
Okay, fair enough. Good call. All right.
Everything okay there, bud?
Yeah, the computer's been acting kind of weird. I let Simon use it today, and he only knows how to use Samsung products, so it probably put a virus in here somewhere.
I don't know who Simon is, but shout out Simon for breaking the
computer. Shimoni. Okay, Snacks is here. All right, ready? Here we go. Ready for mind blowing? Mind blowing.
Snacks actually asked me, and I'm like, I honestly have no idea.
I could just log out now.
All right, so a couple weeks ago, we talked about the Triple H return to Madison Square Garden pop.
Yeah.
And we talked also about the Rock pop when he came out as the WrestleMania host, and we called it one of the biggest. We forgot.
I think because Snacks was at the event, that's why. God.
The Rock one.
We talked about Cena too when he came back at the whatever that was.
Oh, the Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank.
Yeah, Money in the Bank. Yeah, it wasn't. He was. I was gonna say SummerSlam, but he was gonna wrestle at SummerSlam.
He wrestled Reigns at SummerSlam. And then Brock showing up at SummerSlam was big. But we forgot what could arguably be the biggest one.
Snacks.
Edge's return to Royal Rumble.
Oh, Snacks went nuts like a little girl for the triple.
So that was a great one, except for the camera angle that they cut away.
Well, they wanted the crowd.
Yes.
But they missed the spear. He speared somebody.
When he was in the ring is one thing. When he was in the ring was one thing. But when the music hit,
no, that was fine.
Yeah.
But they missed the fucking spear. What's the point of your camera?
I remember getting a text from Snacks freaking out.
No, I don't know. I think we've talked about these guys before.
Or what about the Hardys returning to WrestleMania?
I was just gonna
that
say
was a good one.
But here's the thing. Here's what ruined the Hardys returning to WrestleMania pop. I'm going to tell you what ruined it. Outside.
Sure, it's not as loud, I guess, when you're outside. But
that was the one in San Fran, right?
No, that was in Miami.
I don't remember.
They were in Orlando. Orlando was the
but that random big arena.
So where was it?
The one that had the longest stage ever, and we're like, great, it's right. What's his name's last
Snacks
match,
was
and
there.
it's gonna take. It's good.
Where was the
everybody wanted Undertaker to start going to the ring on Saturday.
Orlando. The Camp World. That's the most random arena football field ever for like one college game a year and one random WrestleMania.
The Hardys one was great,
and that was with New Day, kind of like.
And I remember I went into the kitchen. And I went into the kitchen to get water, and Jay texts me and he goes, "Oh my God, I wonder who they're adding." And then the next text says, "If Newgate gets added to this match, we're out. I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm leaving."
I remember I just happened to turn it on at that point. And then the
I was
at
at Tony and Joe's, and they're a big Hardy Boys family, and I'm like, I like them, but I don't go crazy about it like that.
Sure.
So I'm like, all right, they went absolutely nuts for it, so it was cool being there for that. But yeah, no, that was what was the biggest one I was at?
There's a bunch of Stone Cold, like the one.
Oh yeah, Stone Cold.
Obviously, with the one when he before Survivor Series, when everybody's getting the shit beat out of them, and then he comes in through the whole. You see him coming through the whole arena, like he's beating people up backstage and everything. And then it's like an iconic one. You have JR, and he's like, "We need Austin now," and he comes out and they clear the ring. Yeah.
So. Yeah, Stone Cold with Mick Foley and The Rock. Like, I think the other one, the other big pop was WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans when they had Stone Cold, The Rock, and Hulk.
Don't you mean the Silver Dome?
Yeah, when the Hulk got the arena.
The Hulk didn't know where he was, and he called it the Silver Dome.
I thought it was no. There was one. It was in Texas, I think, that Stone Cold came out with Foley and Michaels, too, at a Mania.
That was Dallas.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Dallas.
29 or 31. There.
It's in Dallas this year, right?
Dallas this year, yeah. Dallas is this year, yes.
Which one, Nick?
Yeah, you gotta be a lot more. This is his best live experience. Clearly, this is his best live experience.
This moment,
right
this moment
that we're living in right now is Snacks' best live experience.
So it means two people are watching because Nick doesn't count.
Right, live on Wednesday night.
Listen, it says we have 3 more people than we normally have, so it's okay. And we didn't get our hello from Vin's dad today, so I'm pretty disappointed.
And
I don't know. He's busy.
And West didn't say hi either. So.
A lot of work going on for the pops.
But time is ticking though with his pops. So
yeah, he's trying.
Okay. How's he handling things?
Okay, so there was the end of the game thing he didn't like go nuts about. He just said, like, he texted me, "What a weird ending," and I was like, "Yeah, it was definitely weird."
It's not wrong.
He was, but I think when after they did the fake punt and then they had a 4th and like 5 and punted after the fake punt, he was ready to fire McCarthy. He was like, "Get this coach out of here."
McCarthy.
And you were like, said, "Oh, never been there before."
Well, I said just, and then he texted me, "Did you guys take this many penalties when he was the coach?" And I said, "No, we didn't."
It's
so
a
I don't know
cowboy
what,
thing. It's
yeah, I was like, I don't know what happened, but then that was right at the fake punt. And I was like, but I also didn't fake punts when he was our coach, so I don't know who this man.
Well, he has Fossil's son doing special teams,
right? So maybe special teams was always his bugaboo as a Packer coach. So maybe he's just letting Fossil's son handle whatever it is. So he's handling it fine. He knew like the Niners were good, and he
that
hasn't.
Was my lock of the week.
He's ready for Kellen Moore.
What was that?
To become the coach.
Danielson?
Oh, my lock of the week. I smelled that a mile away. La 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 lock it up.
I don't know. I thought we picked. I really thought the Buffalo game. I didn't think the Bills were gonna do what they did.
Well,
no,
yeah,
that was unexpected.
My original lock was the under, and I hit send without thinking twice, and then I'm like, no, I'm just gonna give them the Niners. So, damn it.
Yeah.
I like retweeted it, and then you both came out with gifts for your locks. I was like, well,
this is a good idea. I think.
And unfortunately, I couldn't find the dildo being thrown on the field.
No, that's
the
first thing.
Very disappointed.
The first time, yeah.
I blame my loss is I couldn't find the cool 4K or 8K video of him running through. It's not a GIF yet. I would have had to just search for the video, and I couldn't find it. So I just picked some random GIF, and that's why they lost. If you didn't know,
I had George Kittle just doing George Kittle.
Yeah.
It's pretty disappointing that 4K video, or that 8K, whatever the K video
I think that's 8K.
What GIF are you talking about?
The video that came out of Carr from the intros where he's like skipping in the beginning.
Oh, okay, got it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The game against the Chargers Sunday
Yeah.
night. Some guy got the video of him skipping through the cheerleaders before he went to the team to start shaking their hand, like clapping hands to take the field, and it was just like, all right, now I gotta find the video.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm
right.
Once again, we do not own any video from any sports
8K league. Raining on field.
So, Nikki, I didn't tell them we just finished talking about the Knicks, but you definitely need Knicks season tickets because that's the only time they win.
Didn't they win yesterday? Oh no, they lost yesterday.
No, they lost.
Here, I got it, Vin. Shout out Connor Young for the video. Okay, so give the guy the credit that he deserves. Bum, 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 bum.
Is this it?
Yeah, wait for it.
Man, Vin, they would have won if you posted this video.
But
there's another one of it on the side also.
Yeah, this isn't it. This is one of it on the side that's a lot better. And it was just
so we think unless Harbaugh wants the job, Versace is back.
Yeah.
I say yeah. There's no way. Why are all the videos? Ooh, I didn't see this one.
Crosby. Don't miss out what's happening, Steve.
Yeah, whatever. Listen.
Wes, there he is.
Listen, if this is not Madden next year.
Oh, we yelled, duh.
It shouldn't even just be the Legend edition. It should be all of them.
Right.
And you know what? They could even do an edition. I'm going to call it right now. Do an edition that has, since it's like digital now, most people buy them digitally now, right? The video games digitally.
Mm-hmm.
Why not make it where you get to select your Madden cover? give every Madden cover ever, and you can actually do it. Like when I buy it on the PS5, if you get the Legendary Edition or the lesser one, you can then pick the one that you want, and it could be like any one from any year that he was on. That would be kind of cool. That's just my opinion.
That's a cool idea.
And they should do like you know how they used to do the old school like hype up video before you would always skip it. Like do a Madden hype up video
of just Madden.
Just him.
That makes sense.
You know he'll be one of those. What's the MUT? Is that what it's called, Vin? That you always do?
Mutt. Yeah.
You know he'll be that like
Madden Ultimate Team.
Ultimate card.
For sure. For sure. Getting that for sure. So, want to get into the games this weekend?
Oh, here you go.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a better angle.
Yeah, that just got me hyped. It just looks sick.
Like
yeah, man, if you did post that GIF, that would have beat.
We would have won, right?
That was it. We would have won. 100% would have won.
That's just a fact.
Yeah, you snacks. I didn't do it, but I did the Chase and Renfro 2 touchdown each parlay, and that didn't hit. So a lot of losers on Saturday.
Yeah, not great betting wise.
Listen, I did the what was the 4-leg that I had?
I did one that was oh shit.
I love how our show's turning into a gambling show.
Gambling show. We're all goddamn degenerates.
Listen.
We said this was what was going to happen when it was legalized.
We did.
I'm trying to stay just strictly football.
Oh, yeah. I haven't bet anything else.
I haven't done anything else.
I did
one other basketball game, but it was like if you bet 10, you get 5 back if you lose.
I did the MLK Nick game. I thought they were going to come back, and they lost by 20. So that was
the same day parlay on Monday. Go, Vin. You're first.
I had Gronk to score, Ben under 226, and Zeke over 50 yards. The over 50 yards is the one I missed on, but it seemed like a logical thing for him to get over 50 yards, but they couldn't run the ball. The other
the ones that I had Saturday, I had Burrow over 262 passing. He didn't get it. Chase scoring a touchdown, didn't get it. But Chase had over 70 yards, and I had the Bengal money line.
Right.
Burrow was actually close at 262, so I was kind of rooting for the overtime.
Right.
I wanted them to get into overtime, so that way it gave a chance. I had the Bills the -4.5, but I also had the Bills to win and Josh Allen over 200 yards. That was an easy 115.
That was a layup.
That was a layup. But the same game that I had for Sunday night was Deontay Johnson 40 yards. He had 36 or 34.
Oh, that's right.
And Ben missed him on one.
And Ben missed one pass to him that would have broken it. And I had everything else. Pat Freiermuth, the tight end, with 25 yards. Pat Mahomes, 250 yards, and Kelsey a touchdown. And then Monday night,
you did that big parlay.
Then Monday night, I had the shit parlay. Beckham touchdown. Okay, hit. Ertz touchdown. Stafford 225 passing. He didn't hit it.
No.
And Kyler 25 rushing yards.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did he didn't get that, did he?
No.
I'm shocked.
He didn't get anything.
No.
We looked at halftime. It was like a minus.
How funny was it when Odell made the throw and made the completion, and they showed the yards of him and Murray, and it was very
that was.
Did you see what happened to him today?
Odell?
There was a cup in his locker, and he had a pee.
Oh, well, it makes sense.
The Cardinals. That was the most surprising game of the weekend. Everything else.
I don't think so.
What?
Listen, at the end of the my opinion on that, and I said it to Devin, I was like, the Cardinals are not the Cardinals since Hopkins got hurt. The offense went away when he got hurt.
Every other game
was expected.
Was exactly what I expected. The Bucks.
Well, the Bills Bills wasn't.
Right. Okay, you're right. The Bills, I didn't expect to blow them out, but the Bucks blew them out. Chiefs blew them out. We expected. Niners, Cowboys was close. Bengals, Raiders was close. Those are both expected. This one, I didn't think the Rams. I don't know. I still don't know if I trust the Rams.
We'll see. We'll see this weekend.
The key is, do you trust the Rams on the road?
I don't trust Stafford to put together 4 winnable games in a row, but this week he didn't have to do that.
The thing with Stafford is maybe he got all of his awfulness out in the regular season, and he's just going to go on an Eli Joe Flacco run. Is very possible.
It's the same thing with Allen. Like Allen's he's very good, but he is inconsistent.
Right.
So I don't they can't play that well again. Obviously, it's impossible. But can he even play?
It just sucks that the Titans have the first game, we got robbed of the game of the year, the weekend before the conference title. That's what I'm bummed about.
The what?
Can he
the
go?
Chiefs Bills game should be the conference championship.
Oh yeah.
Can he go touchdown for touchdown with Mahomes this week? Is the question.
Josh, yeah, I think so. They did their regular season and they beat them in Kansas City. So
that's true.
But was that the game that? Because remember, all the talk right now is AFC Championship game. Diggs standing on the field, watching the celebration, getting motivated. Was that regular season game the game that they used?
I think they're the closest team, other than obviously the last year's Buccaneers team, to actually give them a run for their money. I firmly believe that, unless Derrick Henry just comes back fully healthy and he runs 250 on the Chiefs next week.
The Chiefs played the Titans and the Bills in the regular season and got absolutely blown out by both of them.
Right.
They lost 38-20 to the Bills and 27-3 to the Titans.
Right.
But that was before.
That was like their weird period. Even the Giants looked good against them.
Right. So they lost to the Chargers. Beat the Eagles, but it wasn't that great. Beat the Bills.
Who is this?
This is the Chiefs.
Kansas City.
Lost to the Bills. Beat the football team pretty handedly. Lost to the Titans. Close game against the Giants. Close game against the Jordan Love-led Packers. And then they go on a run.
Right.
They beat the Raiders. They beat the Cowboys. They beat the Broncos. They beat the Raiders again. They beat the Chargers. They beat the Steelers. They lose the game to the Bengals close, but then that's...
They barely beat us, and then they got angry.
Denver. Right. They barely beat us, and then they barely beat us with Jordan Love.
Did someone clip that? They barely beat us, and Vince said us.
I meant us the next week. I can't wait for...
No, I'm going to have to give a...
GM.
Shut up, Vin.
I can't wait for... Aaron Rodgers is retiring and becoming our GM.
Good luck.
I don't want that either.
You want Randall Cobb?
Listen, Randall Cobb's all go for this week. Did you hear?
He is all go. I mean, he's useful, not for the Giants.
We'll finally do a kick return for a touchdown after all these years since that first play of his career.
Literally, that's the last time we've returned a kick. We've returned a kick.
Is this weekend the Odell Beckham revenge game?
Does he show up without clothing on? Oh no, he's playing. Aren't they playing Tampa?
They're playing
Tampa.
Oh, my bad. 1 week ahead of myself.
Listen, I was told to give.
Really?
Nah, I'm kidding.
Interesting.
Vincent, I was told to give a gang bang Niner gang or gang Niner gang, whatever it is. Their chant.
What?
That was from my boss to you.
I mean,
my boss is a big Niner fan.
Good for him.
Danny, do you know that there's somebody on Craigslist offering tickets to the Packer game this week for sexual favors, and Vin will not take them up on this offer?
I don't. We will never see Vin again. So
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but then he gets to go to Lambeau and get to see a playoff game.
I'll end up in a ditch somewhere. You know how much cell reception there is in Wisconsin? None. It's like a desert island.
It still cracks me up that there's literally a football field in the middle of a neighborhood in Green
Just
Bay.
the middle. When you go, if you go to the game, people they just leave their backyards open so you can walk through the backyards to get into the game.
Should we tell
it's just
Danny
off
what
the
Lauren
street.
wants to do on the trip? Lauren wants to go for a week.
A week?
What are you going to do at Green Bay?
A week?
Wisconsin?
No, I think she said she wanted to go for 4 days, but because next year we've talked about
Everybody
Giants
goes.
are going.
Everybody
The
plays.
Jets are going,
Green
the
Bay
Giants
doesn't go
are
on the
going,
road next year.
and Dallas are
Like,
going.
every
Everybody
game.
is going to Green Bay. So one of those games I want to go to, but the fucking
Lauren's like, we can go for a week. Lauren's convinced that she could go to the beach when she goes to Green Bay.
yeah, I don't know.
Vin, the
She wants
best
to go
way
to
to
Lake-
going
Lake Michigan.
about it is whichever
Chicago.
game has the warmest game.
That's what I said.
Which
I told
if
him.
if you think about it, it's going to be the Jets. It's normally going to be the Jets in that scenario.
Hey, easy win for Vin.
That's the thing, because the other two games are either going to be late in the season or night games.
Well, the Cowboy game.
Well, Vin, if you did want to travel, because I'm looking at and stay local to see your team, they are in Philly this year.
No,
That's a possibility, because I did look at. No, the whole point is going to Green Bay. Though.
Well,
you're not-
I understand.
You're not wearing Packers
No.
stuff by yourself.
No.
And Vin, really, let's face facts. The one that you should be going to.
Unless you
is
bring
the-
snacks. That's the only way you.
Snacks wants to come to a Packer Eagle game in Philly with me. I'm fucking down.
He's a little pit bull.
Vin, I'm in if you want to go to Miami. We'll go to Miami. If you're playing Miami in December, I'm in.
Kane and Daniel Bryan. We'll be knocking people out.
Listen, you know what Vin's
Team
December
Hell
schedule is going to be? At Buffalo, home against the Cowboys, home against the Jets, and home against the Giants. and then in Chicago and in Detroit to end the season.
Oh my God!
And they got the home game against the Rams in Green Bay. That's
and New England. They got a tough home schedule.
Or you drive up to Buffalo, man.
Oh man!
Would you? Here's the question.
I got offered to do that last time they went there. Did not end well.
It was like 3 a.m. they were leaving.
Oh, literally, he
a night
messaged
game.
me at like 2 a.m. and he's like, "I got tickets. Do you want to go?" I was like, "Fess, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to Buffalo with you." And then I got smoked that day.
Well, good thing.
The crazy thing about it is, are you more willing in December to go to Buffalo or Lambeau?
Nowhere. I told you, I couldn't.
The agreement, Danny.
Told.
So, Danny, we were driving to the concert Saturday night, and we were talking about this, and the agreement was anything pre-Thanksgiving gets circled.
Okay.
And I'm putting November is pushing it. It's October, September is ideal.
If it's the Cowboys in like early November, that's the most ideal situation.
Yeah.
That's a different scenario because the
yeah.
Cowboys, it's probably going to be a night
Cowboys,
game.
Yes, Cowboys is going to be Sunday night.
Or better yet, Danny,
Or 425 game.
Danny,
Right.
more important is, are we going to do Thanksgiving in Lambeau with Finn?
No, because it's
What would you
around
do
my
if-
anniversary. So no.
What would you do if Giants Packers was Thanksgiving night in Lambeau?
I mean,
And
Nicole
we were
can come.
Danny,
It's fine.
Danny,
Yeah,
Danny,
I also have
Vin
a
and I
child.
just won 4 tickets to Lambeau for Thanksgiving night.
I would have
Danny.
to say no.
The people of Wisconsin are lovely people. They'll watch the
I
kid.
know.
Right, you have free babysitting across the street from the stadium. It's not like you have to drive anywhere.
We'll do Airbnb. We'll do breakfast. What is it?
Airbnb, yeah.
Airbnbs in
Yeah,
Green
just
Bay.
stay in
What
somebody's
lovely people.
Attic, yeah. Listen,
They
no
don't-
problem.
I have a question. Are all of them on Airbnb at this point, or do they just have their own website of
They do
after ownership?
My dad and Karen went to Wisconsin because she grew up there, and they wanted to like stay in the local area. They stayed in Airbnb, like I think.
Karen
in one
is
of the
very
towns.
is a fascinating person.
Fascinating, Danny.
She's got
She
family.
just picked up and
in
left Wisconsin
England.
and moved to New York on her own. She's like, I want to get the hell out of here. I was like, I don't
Doesn't
blame
she
you.
have dual citizenship? With
She does have dual
Britain too?
citizenship, yeah. In
How's that
England, too.
happen?
Her mother is British.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
In fairness, I feel like I would get up and drive out of Wisconsin too. nothing against the great people of Wisconsin. You know,
There's
like
two
farmers.
must-
Like
I
There's
agree.
2 must road trips that I need to do for the Giants, and it's Dallas and Green Bay. So
what is the actual? I want to look what the actual driving is, though. Not that
Tommy
anybody
Heeman,
would-
that was funny. I said, Tommy, our cars are not going to make it, and we should have went obviously because they beat them in 2011.
It's 15
But
hours.
me and Tommy were going to do it, and I said, dude, I can't do it. Our cars are not going to make it.
His car would never
Oh
make it.
yeah, and I had a CRV. We weren't making it to Wisconsin.
Or you can take Amtrak, and it would take one
Didn't you have
day
your
and 9
car by
hours.
11?
What?
Didn't you have your own car by 11?
Yeah, it
Or
was
were you
a
still,
CRV.
still driving the driving 11?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
It is 1,028 miles from my house to Green Bay, Wisconsin.
To the stadium or just
Well,
Green Bay,
I just put Green Bay, Wisconsin, and
I mean,
roughly.
it's probably
It's
like
not that
2
big of a
minutes away.
town.
You know what's funny? I remember the Islanders were playing in Nashville this year, and I woke up. It was super early. I was at my friend's house, and I go to her, and I'm like, "Yo, let's just go. Let's leave right now." And then wasn't even thinking about it. It was 7 a.m. and I plugged it into the GPS of the arena, and it said 9:30. I was like, "Oh, that's not bad." And then she goes, "You're an idiot. It says 9:30 p.m. was when we get there."
Yeah.
Yikes.
You get
In
there
fairness,
as the
I
game
was on
was
like
ending.
3 hours of sleep.
Literally, as the game was ending, you would get there.
No, because it was like a 1 o'clock game here, so the game would have been over for like 4
where
hours.
do you think Tennessee is? You can't even get to DC in that.
Yeah.
time.
Yes, you could.
Florida.
4.5.
Okay. If
Yeah,
you leave at
without
7
traffic.
a.m. and you go to DC, you get
Yeah.
there by probably noon.
Puck
maybe.
drop. You're getting there for puck drop.
Yeah.
Boston's 4.5 to 5, depending on traffic in the longest state, without realizing how long it is in Connecticut.
Snacks, you coming to Philly with me?
He
I don't know
would.
where my TV remote is, but apparently we're recording too many things on the DVR tonight.
Ooh, hate when that happens.
Well, considering Chicago, Med, and Fire are recording all at the same time.
Big NBC night.
Big NBC night for the mom.
Yeah.
People still watch the Connors? I think that's still a show.
I don't know
thought
what that is.
Wow.
Fuck no.
He says fuck.
We need to make sure we highlight this one.
Snacks' trip to Philly last year during COVID was a wonderful one.
We lost Steven again.
No, I'm here. I just shut the thing
Oh,
off so I
okay.
could find the remote.
Snacks was at the famous Evan Ingram drop last year. Poor
I mean,
Snacks.
You got to be more specific than at the
No,
Evan
the
Ingram drop.
Evan Ingram drop pass.
Really feel bad for Evan Ingram.
Yeah, he's a good guy. It just unfortunately didn't work out here.
No. It sucked. Enough.
Enough.
But you're not going to a Giant game, Snacks. We're going to watch the Packers. We're going to watch a good team. I just need you to fight people.
He just needs you to be a bodyguard.
You can get kicked out in the second quarter. I think I can handle myself in the second half.
Can you, though?
Of course. Not worried a bit.
Listen, if Tommy can get back into
No.
into MetLife Stadium, anybody can go into anywhere and get thrown out.
If you hear Snacks, see, okay, fine. I'll fight.
All right, he's going to fight. All right, good. That's it. We're basically just scheduling a UFC match in Philly. That's it.
I mean, isn't that just Philly?
Then we'll supply the Philly
alcohol.
cheesesteaks after. And the
Now,
alcohol.
yeah, I'll supply the alcohol.
Isn't that just Philly in general?
This is not at all in a negative way, but I have a question for Stacks. Why don't they ban you when they throw you out? Like, this is a general question. Like, aren't you supposed to get a thing if they throw you out? Like that you can't come back?
He's like the Undertaker meme with what's this say? AJ Styles. Oh no, better one is the Barney Rubble when you kick him out. When they kick him out of the bar
And he comes back in.
He's behind Mo. That's Snacks.
So they don't have the balls to ban, but he did get banned once. And you had to write a letter, right? Okay, the letter. I've heard about the letter. Okay.
So Snacks wrote the letter. Tommy has not written the letter.
Right.
And I'm not outing Tommy. And I've told Snacks the story before. So I'm not telling it on air because it's not our business to share. But Tommy has not written the letter and he's been back.
Oh, yeah.
Like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, you can go as many times.
It's not like they have face recognition. You
Right.
just can't get arrested. And
They don't
somehow
even
Snacks
have,
being
you
the
know,
system.
It's a cement dump. They don't have facial recognition. You just can't get in trouble again. Except unless you're Snacks. You can do whatever you want. Which is fine. I'm okay with that.
I mean, I don't think they have. I mean, the second to last game, even my ticket guy wasn't at. And then at the last game, the guy checks the ticket in the section. At the last game, he's there, and he's like, I said, "Hey, my friends are gonna come sit with me," and he goes, "The fuck do I care?"
Right, exactly. So that was really nice. And then watch, West is actually a couple sections away from you, and he thanks you for sitting there because he had seats now like 2 sections away. He's like, "Yeah, they're awesome seats." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Congratulations.
We have a friend."
Right. Here we go.
It's on now.
I just wanted you to come to Philly so we can fight Eagle fans and watch the.
Yo, he's got the stream. You got to shut the stream off wherever you're watching.
It's on now. Oh man. Okay. Well, so Vin, I will come. I hate Philly. I hate the city. It's disgusting. They're all like nauseating, gross, pathetic human beings. But I will come and I'll fight them. But
that's all.
I'll fight them. I'll fight them as long as you don't mind. Like first, second quarter, quick exit.
I'm not worried about beating.
They'll be up by 20 points anyway. So what's the difference?
Does Vin know how you got kicked out the final game of the Giant game this year?
No, I meant to ask you that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got kicked out this year.
Wait. Is there like a formula here? Because you've done this multiple times.
All right. So there's not really a set.
Is this
formula.
because you didn't get your medium Pepsi at the?
No. He was bougie that game, and he had free seats because of Justin.
Okay.
Listen, I tell you, if that Giants Cowboys game, Danny, meant anything, I told you this. There's no way in hell I'd be sitting in a box. But
fair enough.
It was Mike Glennon, and the season was Mike Glennon, and the season was over. So,
in fairness, Mike Glennon's neck put his head in the box with him while he was watching the game.
It's incredible how much you could see his neck from anywhere you sit.
It really is. He needs a bigger helmet. He needs a turtleneck. He needs something.
It's insane.
I don't understand. He had to be like part of the clan with the Coneheads, right?
But he
had to be in that family somewhere.
That's part of it. His helmet is
Coneheads, one of my favorite movies. But all right, so I went in with a plan. Not really a plan. Like I knew I was going to get thrown in. I knew it. But my section this year, my security guards absolutely adored me. Like I could do no wrong. I would like walk down the aisle and I would like be screaming in opposing fans' faces, and that's usually like right away. Like okay, like you got to stop.
Right.
And, you know, I've been kicked out plenty of times just for that alone, and they just wouldn't care. So I went to my section for like 8 minutes. I wanted to say goodbye to my security guards and everything. And I did, gave him a big hug, took pictures with him and everything. And then I moved over. I said, I gotta go. And they're like, why? I'm like, there's something I have to do and I can't do it here. I'm like, all right, whatever. I have them both on Facebook, and they had messaged me, and I told them why, and they thought it was the funniest thing in the world. So I moved over.
They definitely called security and was like, hey, there's a guy coming somewhere in one of these sections. He's good. Leave him alone.
Steve, they would never. So I move over, and I started screaming a lot, like heavy curse words, and
Just say it.
We marked that it's explicit here, so it's.
Is there a phrase that you went to? You have a trademark phrase?
This is where we're getting to. So the security guard goes, "Hey," he's like, "Hey, Cole, I hate when people say this, but whatever." Like, "Hey, Red, enough."
Oh no!
Yeah.
It's all over at that point. You're already ready. You're like,
I was like, no problem. So I sat down. I was quiet for like 3 minutes, and then I chugged the rest of my beer, and I said, "Fuck this." Stood on top of my chair, and I started chanting, "Fuck John Mara, fuck John," and I kept going for like 30 seconds. A couple people joined in very lightly, and then I saw him walking down. I had like my back turned towards the field, and I saw him walking down. I'm like, let's go. I warned you, you're out. And I picked up my jacket. I'm like, thank you. And I just walked out, my hands up like this, and the rest is history. He walked me down the stairs, and I was out.
All right.
So I'm going to tell you the greatest.
It's really not that bad. It just
there was a lot simpler.
So I'm going to give you.
Well, first of all, Vin, there was maybe 20 people in the section. So,
in all fairness, that was all that was in the stadium at that.
Yeah, they kicked out 40% of the fan base with one person.
But it was before halftime, because I remember seeing the tweet, and then West goes, "Oh, he finally did it," And then you went silent for the majority of the rest of the day, and then I was like, all right, then I found out.
There's like a part of me that wants to be added to this group chat, but there's also a part of me that can just see it getting blown up all day and being like, "Oh, I'm not getting any work done today."
Oh man, it's funny though. It's funny. I have perfected the art of being ejected. It's usually a Cowboys or Eagles game because, I just start viciously attacking their fans, and it's punches get thrown. It's just like a whole ordeal. I woke up that morning, got myself a gun, and then I was confused on how I was going to approach this. And I was like, the only way I think I'm going to be able to do it is if I start screaming, like on the top of my lungs, standing on my chair, fuck John Mara. I thought that was the only way I could do it because they weren't going to give a shit about anything else I was going to say.
Right.
There just wasn't enough people.
Me and Wes showed up to the lot, and you didn't even show up yet. And then you just come whizzing by, just blasting music. And you just like have that sour face in your look. I'm like, oh, he's doing it today. So it's like what you see warm up, like your quarterback just warming up, and you just go, "Yep, he has."
He came out on the sideline with the headphones on. He was ready to.
I was locked in. I purposely showed up late for my own funeral, and I just didn't care.
So I'll tell you a really funny story. He came out with
2 36 packs and a bottle of Captain Morgan. And I'm like, oh, he's in for one today.
So it was like 2007, I want to say. I remember they were playing the Dolphins, and this is the old stadium, and this chick the game was like a blowout, and this chick just kept lifting her shirt and showing her tits to everybody in the crowd.
Nice.
It was great. We're all like cheering on it. Nobody cared about the football game anymore. We're all cheering about it, and then out of nowhere, this guy like went down towards her. Next thing you know, you see all the state troopers running at him. At the same time as him going towards her, right? And now he starts throwing punches at the state troopers. So now it's getting real. This guy had to be crowd surfed out of the stadium.
Holy smokes.
And it like stinks because 2007, who has a smartphone to take a video of this?
Nobody. Yeah, right.
Nobody's got a video.
Exactly.
Right. And you think like now it's like, where's the video? Where's the camera when you need one?
Right. You said you got banned once. What happened there?
Oh yeah, so that was I want to say 2013 or 14.
Oh, so they were still okay.
Yeah, they weren't god awful yet. I forget which one it was, but it was against the Cowboys, and this guy behind me just kept jawing, and I was jawing back at him. Everything that happened, I would turn around, finger in his face, finger in my face, and I forget what he said. And I just did not like it. It really irked me. So I went like this because I knew I was about to freak. And then he repeated it, and I said, "Fuck this!" Turned around, and I like jumped, and I just fucking swung in his face. I barely connected. I got like back here. I was so pissed that I didn't like actually get him. And then they had to scrum it up, and I got thrown out, and I had to go to the drunk tank. And that's when I saw Jerry Jones, and
all right,
rest of history. I had to write a letter. I had to do this whole form.
Like how you write your letter.
Yeah, it was a whole mess, and the guy deserved it. But whatever. It's just my biggest regret that I never actually like got him.
Right.
Got him. I got
You're gonna get thrown out and go through the whole thing. At least get a good punch off.
I know, Vin. I know.
Clean one off. Yeah, okay. That's
fine. But like I'm 5'8". I'm not a very tall guy, so my reach isn't that great. So I had to kind of
seats are angled up anyway, so you're at a.
Yeah, and he wasn't like directly behind me. He was I guess
to my get over other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta get through other people to get
there.
The
high ground. Stuff.
So I kind of like lunged and I went like this, and I just got him in the ear, and then he tried to get back at me, through, he took me down like this, and then my friend ripped me off, and then the security came, and I said, "Fuck this, whatever." Right. What are you gonna do? Fuck the Cowboys. But yeah, that's my stupid psychotic stories. Now I will.
And then he got fed beer the other night at the Knick game.
I did. Yes. They were just pouring it down my throat. People, you either. Well, if you're the home fans, Well, actually, some home fans hate me for the way I boom my teams, but mostly they love me, and they were just dosing me in beer when the Knicks were winning, so it was great. But
do you have a hockey team, Snacks?
Oh, are you kidding?
No, never mind.
Sorry.
All right, see you later. Have a nice night.
Get lost. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck off our broadcast.
Steve,
Sorry.
I came very close to saying come to a hockey game, but now you can't because we're in a supporter section.
I can go. Let's Rangers Islanders. How about that?
But here's the thing: I'm in a supporter section, so we can't have Ranger. We're not allowed to sell tickets to Ranger fans in our section. It's literally dedicated to the New York Islanders. Like I can get you in the section next to us if I really wanted to.
Right.
But then, like, I know enough people in my section, like, you're all gonna fight, and it's just like,
of course.
No.
and then I'm just there,
no.
and I bring my camera inside, and I have a fancy camera inside with me that I don't want to break, and
I could just see Snacks just stomping on the camera.
Please let Snacks fight Fest, please.
Fine, but then you're answering Fess's text messages.
That's fine. I'll block them.
It's your responsibility. Oh, man. It's all right. You probably don't want first place in the East in there anyway because you're such.
No, I don't.
Listen, by the way, you just finally tied the crappy.
Did they tie it against the Leafs? Good. Fuck the Leafs.
Listen, I'm kind of banking on the Garden to blow up tonight, so this would be a nice night for it. Just those two teams, just with the teams, just the ice to kind of like collapse.
We do not condone that.
No,
so
we don't. I have to get to
well,
work
when we all lose this bet that we have for the Knicks on Thursday night when they lose by 180 points.
Oh, it's 180 now.
Oh man, I love that. Danny sent me that. What was it today? 152.
Yeah.
Last time we looked was 173.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. Thank you, boys, for having me on. I want to go enjoy the rest of it without interrupting. Love you all.
Thank you.
Have a great time.
Thank you.
Go Rangers.
Good. I'm glad we cut them off. Had to go Rangers.
I think you got
so
that.
That's our weekly
174.5 right now.
Weekly snacks report. Appreciate it. Love when our one listener comes in and talks.
I love how everyone left as soon as he came on.
Yeah, fuck him.
That doesn't matter to me. It's more fun this way.
All
right.
174.5 is currently.
All right. So when you're listening to this, the Knicks can't lose by 174.5 points.
Well, 21 more people, and it'll be 175. It's ridiculous.
I wonder what they're gonna have for the playoffs this weekend.
It should be interesting. I was doing another a teaser like I did the other day, but Vin left us. Vin didn't want to be a part of our stream anymore.
Vin's mute, by the way.
I had to blow my nose, and I wanted to mute myself, and I hit remove instead of mute.
Appreciate it.
God.
Yeah, Vin. I didn't want to blow my nose in your ears.
God.
Anyway.
Vin.
So we had two guests this week. So thanks, Donnie.
Yeah,
and
shout out Donnie and Snacks.
All right.
It's pretty wild that Donnie's never seen a playoff win from his team.
Yeah.
We take it for granted.
So, let's get. Speaking of his team, this is actually like a really, really interesting matchup.
His insight on the defensive line is what's leading me to the Titans. But it's going to be a close game. Since we're picking straight up, I'm going Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately with you. I think with spread, I would lean towards the Bengals.
I'm going to pull it up right now.
Logged in the fan already. The thing just
Sorry, I'm about to do my Craig Carton eating on the mic.
Credit card. 3.5.
3.5. Yep.
Tennessee 3.5. Everything is 3 except for Green Bay and San Francisco.
Well, that's
and
because
Buffalo sees 1.5.
Well, it's because of Jimmy J.
Right, because he's questionable, right?
He's questionable. Regardless, he's probably going to play, but regardless, he is banged up.
But he's had this thumb injury. That's going to be a quick off season.
But his shoulder is messed up now too, apparently.
But his shoulder's always messed up.
I don't know. He is hurt.
Usually his knee.
So, with that being said, I'm going to be different here. I'm going to take Cincinnati to win this game. I think that rust from Henry is going to kick in.
I don't know.
But it might be the rust that he needs.
He was hitting some people. Yeah, he was going on a pace where it was unsustainable, the amount he was running.
Yeah, but you got to think that his body's going to give out on it. That's going to it's going to catch up to him eventually. I don't know when, but like in the next couple of years, that's going to.
There are guys, and normally, when you're a normal running back, yeah, that's true. But there are outliers. Frank Gore just kept going. Adrian Peterson just kept going.
Frank Gore changed his name and plays for the Chiefs, doesn't he? Changed his first name and now plays for the Chiefs.
I honestly, that guy's name is Derek Gore. I thought it was his son at first. I was like, "There's no way," because I know his son plays, but he's still I think he's just going to Miami now, or he's just graduating high school now.
No, he is a Southern Mississippi Golden Eagle. He's a sophomore, or going to be a sophomore.
Where though?
Southern Mississippi.
Really? I thought he went to Miami. Okay.
He's a Southern Miss Golden Eagle.
Good for him.
All right. Next pick.
Frank
everybody's picking Jamar Chase, but I'm going to go AJ Brown. Be contrarian.
Yeah, I'm going Jamar. I'm going Jamar on this one. Will Derrick Henry score a touchdown?
Yes.
Even if he's on a snap count, he's going to get the goal line work.
Right. If anything, he's getting the goal line work.
Right. Because he could be on a snap count. It's very likely.
It would make a lot of sense.
I don't know. It's the playoffs, but still.
Passing yards.
How good is the Niners pass defense?
Niners, from what a few stats that I
What's
saw.
up with Bosa?
Oh,
They said he should be playing. Initial report is he would be in the lineup.
It was. I know Warner's fine. Yeah. I don't.
That was huge. Everybody thought it was his knee at first.
Yeah, we said it was his ankle.
It looked like his knee at first.
Yeah, Bosa I think is playing, but there was a stat that I saw that the Niners were like 31st in the league against number one receivers, like completion wise or something. I think it wasn't completion. It was like value per play, one of those things. They're not great at covering people, so Devontae's going to have a lot of catches. But I mean, I'm going Rodgers.
Yeah, I'll go Raj.
I don't like how many people are picking us to win this game, to be honest.
Yeah, especially with the Niners having your number the last couple of playoff games.
Yeah.
The way the Niners
it's obviously
are playing,
different.
and also the way the Niners are playing. But
it's different
honestly,
times.
if there's a team out there that has players to scheme against Debo, it could be the Packers.
The only problem with the Niners is you don't trust Jimmy G in Lambeau.
No.
He wanted to give the game away to Dallas last week, and they had the game locked up the whole. They had the game locked up the whole time, and then he just coughed it up. And thankfully, the Cowboys just don't know how to manage clock.
There are some things I'm worried about. The game obviously meant nothing, but in the Lion game, they got beat by a couple like misdirection things and trick plays, which the Niners are going to use a lot of misdirection and shit like that.
Right.
And then also the last time they played them, they shut the run down very well, but Elijah Mitchell wasn't a thing yet, and Debo wasn't a running back really yet.
Right.
And they use a lot of light boxes, the Packers. It's mostly just their 4 or 5 down D linemen and their one middle linebacker. So they've had issues with just staying in that. Like they had issues with the Ravens. They ran all over them. The Browns ran all over them. We'll see. I'm still taking them, but we'll see.
I'm going to take the Packers at home.
Yeah. Different animal.
I just think that when Tampa goes there again next week and
I don't know. Tampa's really
Scotty Miller
banged up.
just throws the ball all over Scotty Miller just keeps running wild like he did last year.
Well, it would be the ultimate redemption for the Packers because they would be beating both the last two teams that beat them in the championship games.
It's crazy to think that the Niners were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. And
It doesn't
last
feel
year
like
they were
it.
just so right. It doesn't feel like they were just in the
And
Super
they were a throw away from winning it.
Right. They were up. Weren't they up big in that Super Bowl too?
They were
Yeah,
they were up in the fourth quarter.
Man,
I'm going over.
the biggest monkey on Shanahan's back, man.
Yeah.
I'm going over as well.
Listen, it took his dad how many times did his dad go to the Super Bowl before he won one? Or was he not the coach of those late 80s?
I don't
No,
think
it
he
was
was
Dan
the coach
Reeves.
the whole time. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Reeves.
This
was
one I'm
just
going
no way.
Debo because he's gonna be double the chances of doing it.
Yeah.
I'm
Plus
taking,
rushing yards. You're giving the plus rushing yards. You got to go Debo.
Doesn't matter. I'm taking Devontae.
Yeah, but you're going combo yards on this.
Doesn't matter.
Devontae doesn't run the ball.
I know he doesn't run the ball, but if they can't cover him, he had, I think, 180 yards receiving the last time I played them.
Fuck it. Want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. I'm going Rams.
Wow.
Their offensive line is a little banged up. Aaron Donald.
So they played each other.
And they beat them.
September.
And they beat them in LA.
Green Bay. I'm talking about the Green Bay Niner game.
Oh, okay.
In September.
He went back.
12 for 132 and a touchdown.
Sorry, 132. The Bengal game, he had 200 yards. I was confused.
What a bum.
Yeah, 12 for 132 and a touchdown.
No,
and
your damn team.
That was Rodgers led them back with like 30 seconds left to get a field goal. I'm still taking the Bucks.
I can't not take the Bucks.
Yeah.
You can.
I'm going Rams to be different.
The Rams are very talented.
Crazy enough, they played each other the same weekend. The NFC matchups both played each other earlier in the year on the same weekend.
Right.
The Bucks won that game, I think, though.
No, I thought
the Rams won 34-24.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I remember driving home listening
Effort
to it.
4 touchdowns. Sean Jackson led the team with 120 receiving yards.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp only had 96 receiving yards in that game, by the way. What a bum. What a bum that guy is.
I'm going to say Stafford throws more touchdowns, though.
Yeah, Tampa's been running the ball more.
Yeah. What's Fournette? Is he questionable this week? What's his deal this week?
They're probably looking on him playing. I think that was like they just missed the cutoff, I believe.
Injured reserve.
Yeah, I think the cutoff for him to play that week was not met. And I haven't heard anything this week.
Well,
Arian said something about him today, but it's a video, so I couldn't.
You also see that he got fined for slapping Adams on the head, and
yeah,
he slapped one of his own players in the head.
Former Giant grit.
There's a lot of those in the playoffs. Can't wait for
Fournette
him.
was
on
on the field for the team's walkthrough today. He's confident that he'll play. In a recent tweet, he pledged he would be there Sunday. I don't know what that means. If he's just going to be on the sideline.
I mean, I could be there too if I
exactly.
get on an airplane and buy a ticket.
Right. So
Playoff
Lenny. Although that Vaughn kid looked good. I mean, the Eagles stink.
Yeah,
obviously,
Keyshawn Vaughn looked really
he did
good.
look good.
He's a good player.
And Rojo is, still there.
Rojo didn't play last week though.
Oh, you're right. He didn't play last week.
It was Le'Veon.
I don't like this nonsense. I don't want to hear it from you. I hate people being confident about my team.
Right.
But yeah, last dance. Here we go.
Over under 10.5 for Beckham and Gronkowski combo receptions. Over.
I say over, but that's mostly because of Odell.
He only had like
Gronk
4...
down the middle. Gronk down the middle.
Yeah, but he's
How many catches did he have that last game, Odell? It was only like 4 or 5 catches.
Yeah.
Odell?
Yeah, but it was a touchdown and 2 long ones, but then the game kind of got out of hand.
Yeah, so threw the ball.
I'm going over.
Odell Beckham went 1 for 1 for 40 passing yards.
Right, and I think he had 5 catches.
4 for 54 and a touchdown.
Yeah. But
he caught all 4 he was thrown at.
Right, but it was set up. It was a touchdown. It was 2 touchdowns, I think, or a touchdown and then set up the second touchdown. And then it was 21-0 after they threw the pick 6, and there was no need to target them as much anymore.
The best was scored the touchdown. Was it Danny? Danny, you sent it maybe, or somebody sent it to me. Carden tweeted out, or Evans tweeted out. Oh, it must. The Giants would be pretty nice if they had a receiver like Odell Beckham.
Oh, that wasn't me, but I agree.
Or Carden liked the tweet or something.
I mean, last time he was in the playoffs, he didn't catch the ball. Now he did.
Well, he also forgot his sleeves the last time he was in the playoffs, so it was okay.
Forgot a lot of things that day.
Which of these players will record the most receiving yards?
I'm going Diggs.
I'm gonna go your boy Cup.
Ooh.
Oh no, he got very limited last week.
But again, it was a blowout.
It was a blowout, and he still got the touchdown.
61 yards last week.
By the time they got into it, it was 21-0.
I'm going Diggs.
This is the matchup of the week.
Wow.
I'm excited. You know what? First off, I was surprised Sunday when they announced the times and everything. That Sunday was getting NBC got a day game on Sunday.
Right. Fox got screwed this playoffs. But I think it happened to CBS last year, so I think it rotates.
It was probably a rotation.
Of unfortunate, because Fox only has one game again this week.
What's the timing next weekend?
I would assume it's just 3 and 6.
Again. Well, no, 3 and 6, but who's the 3? Who's the 6? That's what my question
I don't know. It's usually flip flops. So whatever.
3 o'clock is the AFC and 6:30.
Yeah, we were the 6
NFC.
o'clock game last year.
Yeah, but you're the 6 o'clock this year.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
For the conference championship.
You just said the AFC was.
Yeah, the Packer game was the late game last year.
It definitely was 100%.
And the Chief game was actually it was the other way around because
the Diggs was at night.
Yeah, I missed the Packer Niner game because I was at a friend's wedding 2 years ago.
Right,
that was the Chiefs Titans.
Right,
I'm showing you the screen that's showing you next Sunday's timing.
Yeah,
okay.
They had the early game. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because Diggs it was dark in Kansas City.
Right.
It was like super dark in Kansas City, like super late too.
So NFC has the late game. Makes sense why Fox was like, okay, they got the big slot for the biggest game of the year for them.
Right, they got the game they needed. That was. Oh no, they didn't even get the Cowboy game. Oh, did you guys hear Aikman about that too?
Yeah, that was funny. Do you blame him?
What did he say? I missed it.
He's like, some people would like to be calling that game today. Like a nice underlining dick.
Sorry.
I'm going Bills.
You know what? Shout out for Tony Romo for not being like the complete homer of like he would be. He was a homer, but not like
it could have been
like Aikman. Aikman's usually a lot worse.
I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm very surprised that the majority of the people are on the Bills. Even with that performance last week.
I'm going Bills. I just want to see them make a run. I really do.
This is the coin flip of the year.
Right.
I'm gonna go Josh Allen because I think the Chiefs just run a little bit more than the Bills do. The Bills.
I'm going Mahomes because the Bills have actually been running the ball better lately.
Oh, Singletary decided to start playing now that the fantasy football season's over.
Over. Will Kelsey score a touchdown? Yes.
That was his first playoff touchdown last year. last week?
No, throwing, I thought.
No.
There's no chance that they won
No,
the
that
Super
is
Bowl
no
without
way.
him catching a touchdown. It's
No.
impossible.
He got one in the Super Bowl, I thought, 2 years ago.
All right. So last week ended at 303.
All right.
What do you mean?
Last
12
weekend total points was 303.
Oh,
I'll go 310.
318.
290. Going low.
Okey-dokey.
Going low.
All right.
Put this back up.
I said
here.
318.
Make sure everyone can see that the Packers are the team of destiny this year.
Thanks.
Anytime. You gotta make sure everybody knows it.
I hope so. 8:15 Saturday night. We'll find out.
Will we though? No, it'll be
Well,
like
actually,
more like
11.
11:30.
11:30.
11:30. 11:30. Yeah.
It's gonna
So
be a long 2 days. I'll tell you that right now.
8:15. Hockey game starts at 7. Okay, yeah, I'll be on by halftime. That works.
We have a game Saturday too.
They switched. The Islanders were supposed to play in Toronto Saturday, but they
Oh,
flipped
and
the
they
game in
flipped it.
April,
Yeah,
home
yeah,
and
yeah.
home and away because of Canada.
Right, because Canada's stupid. Now we have to go to the West Coast twice in like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
right.
but well, yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It
I know,
actually works
I
out.
get
It was
it.
weird because I looked at it the first time when the list came out that Gross posted the list today.
Mhm.
It looked like we were going to Seattle for one game and then coming back home.
No,
But
it's
then
just,
I looked at the schedule at Seattle and California instead
right.
of
It's
Seattle.
the beginning of the California Colorado trip.
The Colorado's not even on that trip.
No, it is.
We
It's
were
the
right.
last game.
No, Buffalo is.
I'm pretty sure they play Colorado because I looked. It's Seattle, LA, San Jose, Colorado. I think. Or
San Jose, Anaheim. Oh, Colorado is here. And then,
Yeah, Colorado is on the way back.
And then
And
they
then they
changed
go
a
to
bunch of
Buffalo.
home games, like who they're playing on certain days. It's like
Yeah, it's all over the place. It's so hard to pay attention to hockey this year.
Whatever they're playing during that 3-week stretch, so we don't have to be off that entire 3 weeks like
Correct.
we're supposed to be. So
They
that's
got
good.
3 games a week, which I figured they would, because they had.
Listen, they made it. They
10
figured
games
it out and
canceled.
made it work. Shocking, Canada decided not to have games during the Olympics, have anything in their arenas during the Olympics. Shocking.
They're so dumb.
Whatever works out for us, we finally get to play hockey over there.
Anyway,
They all have fans. Calgary had a sold-out stadium yesterday.
it's
Still
certain
highlights of the game.
provinces. It's not. They don't all have fans. It's certain.
It's only the West
provinces.
Coast. The West Coast is having
Yes.
is fine.
It's-
It's the East Coast they're having no fans for now.
Like I said, it's like the states. They have their provinces, and Ontario is very strict at the moment. And they were able because, like, if the Leafs don't have fans, the league makes less money, so they had to. Yeah,
League makes no money when those don't have.
I know the Leafs carry the fucking league. So what are you gonna do?
I mean, the ownership is there, so.
All right, boys.
Till next week, enjoy your football, enjoy your basketball and hockey,
Oh,
and we'll
boy.
see you then.
Hope
Talk
the
to you
Knicks don't
guys
lose by
soon.
180.
Knicks
Go
plus
Knicks.
go Pelicans. I'm gonna go put $100 on the Pelicans
Put
plus
$1. I wonder what the odds are if you bet against the Knicks with that spread. It's got to be like 1,000,000 to 1, right?
Imagine
penny
you
on it.
lose. Imagine you win that one, but lose the other one. And you're just like,
Yeah.
okay, I got my $50 back.
I'm good. All right, boys.
All right, we'll talk to everybody next week.